Another gorgeous night in Indianapolis, the capital city in Indiana, waiting for more national championship coverage. Day 4, the penultimate day of the NCAA Division II National Championship Swimming and Diving Meet from the venerable IU Natatorium here right in the heart of the city. Hi, everybody. I'm Brendan Gulick. Thanks for joining us tonight for what we think is going to be another good night. I'm telling you, we've got some really impressive athletes that are going to get in the pool throughout the course of this evening. And we might just see a few surprises somewhere along the way. I think that could be really fun. Have a couple of defending champions that are back to try and reclaim their crown. Here is your schedule for the evening. It begins momentarily with the women's 500-yard freestyle. We will also have on the men's side the same events, along with the 100 backstroke, 100 breaststroke, and 200 butterfly. The women will have their 3-meter diving competition. Then we'll have the 200 freestyle relay to wrap up the night. Consolation and championship finals in each event. Factor in diving and 3 heats of the timed finals and relays. Our program tonight should go roughly about 3 hours. So it should be a fun night here in the pool. Begins here with the 500 freestyle relay consolation final, where, believe it or not, our defending national champion is in the B final. Caitlin Agger from Wingate, 5th-year senior. She'll be swimming in lane 4. She missed out on an opportunity to defend her title. And so as the competition begins tonight, the defending national champion will try to at least pick up some team points by winning the B final. Let's introduce our swimmers to you. First in lane 1, a junior from Indianapolis, Brynhildur Troutsadottir. Estelle Bauer, a sophomore from Nova Southeastern's in lane 2. Anna Cecilia Carvalho, freshman for the McKendree Bearcats in 3. And it's Agger swimming for Wingate in lane 4. Olivia Hansen, a freshman for the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. She's in lane 5. Victoria Ortiz in lane 6, a sophomore for Nova Southeastern. Adelaide Reeser, freshman from Truman State, competing in lane 7. And in lane 8, a 5th-year senior from Florida Southern, it's Erin McCann. Last year, Agger won this national title with a time of 4:48.02. That just missed in prelims this morning, her 4:54.58. Just missed out as Keely Durkin swam 4:54.32. So we will see who our new national champion is in this event coming up here in just a few minutes. The women's side in the 500 freestyle, the top qualifying time in the country, belongs to a national champion already this week, Emily Treichman, a young lady competing for Nova Southeastern. She won the first individual national championship we handed out here this week when she swam the 1,000 free in an all-time Division II record, breaking her own mark, which she had set back in mid-February. So we'll see if Treichman can come out and put together a special performance. For what it's worth, in the championship final, we'll see her in lane 4. Her prelim time was 3.5 seconds faster than Jordan Fox, who was the closest trailer. Looking solid so far from Ortiz in lane 6. Cool for her because last year when she qualified for the national meet, she finished 33rd in prelims, and so she really wasn't all that close to getting into either the consolation or championship final. So the fact that she was able to put together a substantially better swim as a sophomore this morning earns a chance to compete on the big stage here with an evening swim in lane 6. And Ortiz looks solid so far, 29.44 her last split. Agger at 30.04 and Hansen 30.09, their most recent marks. Those are the top 3 at the moment. Not only did Agger win this national title in this event last year, she was an All-American the year prior as a junior, and she finished 7th. But the Wingate Bulldogs will not be atop the podium when we look back at this event here shortly. Agger last year just barely outtouched Queens sophomore Sophie Lang. It was one of the tightest races we had the entire week 0.8 of a second separated Agar and Lang for that national championship. Monica Gumina from Queens finished in third last year. By this point of the week, hopefully you're aware of the fact that Queens is no longer competing in Division II swimming, and so they will not retain either their men's or women's national championships, which they've claimed 7 consecutive seasons. We will have a new team champion this year. As we start competition here tonight on the ladies' side, through 19 events, Nova Southeastern has a fairly commanding lead, but it's certainly far from over. The Sharks have 300.5 team points as Ortiz, Agar, and Hansen continue to lead this consolation final. UIndy on the ladies' side at 227 is in second place. Then it falls off a little bit. Drury, 178.5. They're in third. On the men's side, we'll talk more about them when the guys get into the pool. But for what it's worth, last night we had a little change at the top. Indianapolis took the lead over McKendree, and so now the Greyhounds have the national lead in the men's team rankings. Well, it's certainly tightening up a little bit. Lanes 4, 5, and 6. Even Troutsadaughter up in lane 1 swimming well. Livia Hansen in lane 5 is pulled out front. And as they sprint to the finish, it's Hansen that wins the B final. Livia Hansen in 4:53.66 outtouches Caitlin Agar by about 0.3. So it's Hansen, then Agar, and then Ortiz. Agar goes 4:53.95, which is about 5 seconds slower than she was in this event last season. Gonna look there at the final times. And we are ready for our national championship final, where Emily Treichman, again from Nova Southeastern, is certainly the favorite. We'll see if Jordan Fox or perhaps Montana White and Michaela Nines, maybe they could swim her down. Let's meet our championship finalists.
It's 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1, an 8th place finisher a year ago from Colorado Mesa, Katarina Mataskova. In lane 2, she's your conference champion from University Mary, Victoria Murillo. In lane 3, she's your conference champion from Azusa Pacific, lane 3, Montana White. In lane 4, part of your national record holder 800 freestyle relay, your national championship record holder in the 1000 freestyle, a 3rd place finisher in the 200 freestyle from Nova Southeastern, Emily Treichman. In lane 5, your national runner-up in the 1000 freestyle from Wayne State, Jordan Fox. She was her conference champion runner-up from Westchester, Michaela Nines. In lane 7, she was a member of the 800 freestyle relay record-holding team from Nova Southeastern, Ilara Murzilli. And in lane 8, a 5th place finisher in the 1000 freestyle from Westchester, Keely Durkin. Madam Referee.
With high accolades, question will be, can anybody swim faster than Emily Treichman? It's also worth noting that Olivia Hansen, who won the B final, probably a bit bummed. She was the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference champion this year, and she swam the second fastest time in the country. Bested only by Trishman here, who's in lane 4. Hansen did it in 4:48.50 back at the RMAC title meet, but she is not part of this championship final. So far, so good for Trishman in lane 4. Then it's Jordan Fox, followed by Montana White. Mataskova in lane 1 is in 4th place. Then it's Nines, Merzilli, Durkin, and Murillo in that order. Emily swam this national best time in the 500 free back in mid-November. In fact, it was just before Thanksgiving. She swam it at the Queen's Fall Frenzy in Charlotte. You heard it in the public address introductions as well. It's obviously been a pretty good meet so far for Trishman, who, on top of winning the 1,000 free in record time, she was also the anchor leg of the D2 championship meet record-breaking 800 freestyle relay team. And she placed 3rd yesterday in the 200 free, which was won by her teammate, Amelia Roningdahl. Emily also came in behind UIndy freshman Mika Heidier. Emily is well out front of the pack at the moment. Jordan Fox, the closest pursuant. And she is a full 3 seconds behind Trishman at the moment. Katarina Mataskova up in lane 1. All-American in this event last year. She finished in 8th place. Keely Durkin's had a nice season down in lane 8 for Westchester. It's been good to see the Golden Rams having a solid season. Felt like last year Ann Carrozza took so many of the overall headlines for Westchester swimming, and Ann is fabulous. But to see a little bit of the depth there from Westchester, I think has been a lot of fun. We've got 2 Golden Rams in the pool here between Keely and Michaela in lanes 8 and 6. 29.09, the last split for Trishman. She continues to have the lowest splits and keeps separating herself from Jordan Fox and Montana White. White from Azusa Pacific, conference champion this year. Jordan Fox, the runner-up in the 1,000 earlier this week behind Emily. And right now she is well behind Trishman in the pool. As they make their way back down, it'll be touch number 15 on the break wall. Nova Southeastern's ladies have taken home 7 of the 10 national championship medals we've handed out so far this week. Pretty remarkable. The Sharks certainly look like they are going to be the team to beat this week. You never really know when you're coming into a meet how things are going to go. You got to go out and actually execute. But Nova Southeastern, the pride of the Sunshine State Conference. It's been a good year in athletics all across the board for Nova Southeastern. We're hoping to keep bringing home some hardware from Indianapolis as we hit the bell lap all the way around. National all-time record is 4 minutes, 39.28 seconds, set by Queens swimmer Patri Castro Ortega, one of her 3 national championship records. Back in 2016. We're not going to see that record fall here tonight. But without a sliver of doubt, literally from the very beginning, Emily Trishman out front, and she wins in 4:45.56. Emily is your national champion. Jordan Fox, the runner-up. Montana White, a bronze. Then it's nines. Mataskova, Durkin, Merzilli, and Murillo. Again, 4:45:56 as you look at the times as they come in. Congratulations to Emily and to Nova Southeastern. They won 3 more championship medals yesterday. And they're off to a good start here on this Friday evening in Indianapolis. All right, the men are on the blocks, and we are just about ready to begin the men's 500-yard freestyle. Let's meet our contestants.
09, set back in 2016. This is the consolation final. Madam Referee.
Well, much like some of the drama that was left in the 500 freestyle on the ladies' side, there is a bit of a similar storyline here. And that is that Tampa Junior and men's 400 IM national champion Santiago Corredor Zabala, who was the #1 overall national seed coming into this thing, did not have a great swim this morning. In his 4:19.96 that he swam earlier this year, substantially slower, unfortunately for him. And he was the 9th fastest time in prelims, so he is in the consolation final, despite having the fastest swim in the country this year. Prelims are so important if you're trying to win a national championship. And while it was unlikely that Tampa was going to be the team to hoist the trophy at the end of the week, just based on what we've seen from some of the other teams throughout the year, they were hopeful that Santi would be able to come home with a title. That's not the case, unfortunately. Lane 3, John Kensenbach, a sophomore for Grand Valley State, competed in this B final last year as a freshman, finished 12th overall. And a nice turnaround for Florida Southern junior Kyrakios Peristeridis, who was well back, missing qualifying in prelims. Was 28th last year. The rest of the young men in the pool did not qualify for last year's consolation. So far, so good for Corredor. The defending national champion in the men's 500 freestyle is a young man from Rollins College, Ward Lockhart, who won 2 national championships last year. He won both the 1,000 and the 500. Ward is not here this year. It's opened up opportunities for guys like Corredor, who swims well. Just past the halfway point. This will be touch number 11 coming up. At the moment, Mohamed Jabala from Drury in lane 5 in second place. We are anticipating that our championship final should be a pretty tight race. Got several guys that have performed really well the last couple of years at national meets. We'll find out if maybe Victor Rosado, Cedric Busing, could it be Eric Heiber, maybe the Louisville transfer, Hayden Curley. Maybe one of those guys will be the one standing at the top of the podium. We also again tonight have the 100-yard backstroke, 100 breaststroke, and 200 butterfly. For just joining our coverage for the first time this evening, Emily Trieschmann from Nova Southeastern won the national title on the ladies' side in this 500. Basically from the word go, Santiago Corredor has led this consolation final. 26-92 his last split. Nobody's even close to breaking the 27-second threshold. Perhaps LaPierre in lane 6. A good last stretch there. Time for the bell lap for our leader. Santi Corredor, again, born and raised in 2 different spots. He's a native of Colombia, but grew up in Fort Myers. Santi swam collegiately at Florida and Florida State before settling in Tampa for his junior year, and he had success in the SEC and the ACC, but he is certainly finding great success in Division II. After winning a national title yesterday, Santi puts up a time of 4:21.96 to win the B final. Give you an idea, that would be the 5th fastest swim in the country this year, as he blows kisses up toward his family. So Corredor wins his race. You get a look at the numbers. Second place finish there for Matias LaPierre. And we are ready for our national championship final. So Santi gets out of the pool feeling perhaps at least some measure of success there. I know it's a little bittersweet when you want to win a national championship. You've got high expectations and prelims just don't quite go the way that you hope. But a commendable effort tonight. Okay, let's go downstairs and meet our finalists to compete in the national championship for this 500 freestyle.
Finalist in the men's 500-yard freestyle. In lane 1, a 5th place finisher in the 400 individual medley and 3rd place finisher in the 1,000 freestyle from Tampa, Hayden Curley. In lane 2, a 4th place finisher in the 400 individual medley from Jewelry, Joao Nogueira. In lane 3, your national runner-up in the 400 individual medley and national champion in the 1,000 freestyle from Indy, Cedric Boosing. In lane 4, a 4th place finisher in the 200 freestyle, your national runner-up in the 1,000 freestyle from Oklahoma Christian, Victor Rosado. In lane 5, a 4th place finisher in the 1,000 freestyle from Grand Valley, Eric Heber. In lane 6, a 5th place finisher in the 1,000 freestyle from Nova Southeastern, Luca Alessandrini. In lane 7, your runner-up from the Great Lakes Valley Conference from Indy, Christian Hadin. And in lane 8, a 7th place finisher in the 1,000 freestyle from Tampa, Barnabas Fluck. Madam Referee.
Rosado, Alessandrini, and Hedin have all finished top 3 in the country in this event in the last couple of seasons. We'll see if one of those 3 guys can get it done here in 2023. Hayden Curley in lane 1, former Louisville Cardinal, now swimming for the Tampa Spartans. Joao Nogueira in lane 2, Cedric Boosing swimming in 3. Boosing already won a national championship earlier this week when he won the 1,000 freestyle. He was the runner-up last year in the 1,000 free. We'll see if maybe he can reverse his fortunes in the 500 after last year he won the B final. Victor Rosado was last year's runner-up to Ward Lockhart from Rollins. He did that as a freshman swimming for Oklahoma Christian. He's in lane 4, top qualifier this morning, 4:21.80. Eric Heiber, a junior from Grand Valley State. Consolation final each of the last 2 years. Last year, the runner-up. 2 years ago, he won the B final. And now he is the second fastest time in prelims this morning. See how things look for him as Busing leads the pace here early on with Curley in second. Alessandrini, third place a year ago. He's in lane 6 for Nova Southeastern. Sharks on the men's side got a national championship yesterday from Thomas Flower, who won the 200 free. Had a great race, just barely held off Matthew Bosch from Grand Valley State. That's been the brightest spot so far on the Nova Southeastern men's side. Christian Hedin, conference runner-up in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, but he was also third in this event 2 years ago. Last year had a bit of a disappointing showing, and I know he's hoping to have a stronger finish this year, no matter what. All 8 of these guys will be All-Americans, though, in this event. And a freshman from Tampa swimming opposite the outside lane, Hayden Curley on the top. Barnabas Fluck is swimming in lane 8. So 2 Tampa Spartans, 2 Greyhounds from UIndy, Drury, OCU, Grand Valley State, Nova Southeastern, all represented in the pool here. First place right now, Hayden Curley in lane 1. Then it's Busing in 3, followed by Rosado and Heber in the middle of the pool. Hayden Curley, his best mark this season was 4:20.77. Busing, his best swim, 4:20.66. And Rosado, 4:20.04. So all 3 of those guys, I mean, they're certainly capable of, at their best, putting up really similar marks. And I mentioned earlier, Santi Corredor, 4:19.96, his best swim, and he missed out on this championship final. Curley continues to lead the way, 26:15 his last split. Busing 26:82 in second place. Rosado faded a little bit in third in lane 4. Curley's lead safe at the moment. He's got to go down and back a couple more times, though. This is touch number 16 for our leader of 20. Hayden Curley on the outside in lane 1. Don't look now, but here comes Victor Rosado. Boy, Rosado really turning it on in the middle of the pool in lane 4. He's overtaken Busing. But can he do enough with only 50 to go? Curley only outsplit him by .06. Rosado charging as hard as he possibly can. Curley touches at the wall. Here he comes. Hayden Curley, transferred to the University of Tampa, hoping for a moment like this. Can he hold off Rosado and Busing? Yes! Hayden Curley, a national champion! Busing the runner-up. Rosado finishes third. For 18:66. The fastest time in the country this season. And a big hug from Santi Corredor for his teammate. That's awesome. Congratulations, Hayden Curley. Okay, we're moving on now. Event number 23 is the women's 100-yard backstroke. Top qualifying time in the country this year, Katie McCoy from UIndy, 53:37, and she'll swim in the championship final after a couple of top 5 finishes the last 2 years. Defending national champion in the women's 100 back is Cassie Wright from Nova Southeastern. She just outtouched her teammate Selena Marquez last year. Marquez will be back in the field here momentarily. This is largely a new field in the consolation final, though. Alexandra Melnick from Findlay in lane 1. Marta Biesmans from Wingate in 2. Laura DeConnick in 3 from Lynn. Katarina Mataskova from Colorado Mesa in lane 4. It's Caroline Renke in 5 from Indianapolis. Isabel Rebstedt, UIndy in lane 6. Lynn with 5th-year senior Carolina Smilek in 7. And Emily Vandeweele, a junior from Tampa, in lane 8. Good clean starts all the way around. And off we go. National record belongs to a swimmer from Queens, Paulina Lapshina. 4 years ago, swam 52:07, set the all-time Division II record at the national championships. As we hit the halfway point, it's Revstedt in lane 6, followed by Smilek in 7, and then DeConnick in lane 3. Timers are out of their chairs. Lanes 3 and 6 looking strong. DeConnick and Revstedt. Lane 7, Smilek coming on strong too. Isabella Revstedt from Indianapolis in lane 7. To the wall first. Last split, 28:41. Nicely done. 54.6. And Isabella Revstedt wins the B final. Really cool for her. Last year, she was the first alternate, just barely missed a chance to swim at night. And this year, she turns it in to a consolation final victory. Nicely done. Good moment there for UIndy. So we're moving on now to our championship final. We're expecting to have some really fast swims. This was an example earlier this morning where the young ladies that were supposed to swim well did. Most of the top 100-yard backstrokers in the country are in this field. Let's meet our finalists.
In lane 1, she's your Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference champion from Minnesota State Mankato, Abby Gronholz. Lane 2, your Sunshine State Conference runner-up from Nova Southeastern, Selena Marquez. She's your runner-up from the Great Lakes Valley Conference in lane 3 from Drury, Alexandra Waller. In lane 4, a 4th place finisher in 2022 from Colorado Mesa, Lauren White. In lane 5, a 4th place finisher in the 50 freestyle, a 4th place finisher in the 200 freestyle from Henderson State, Kiara Pazzi. In lane 6, a 5th place finisher in the 200 individual medley from Indy, Caitlin McCoy. In lane 7, she's your South Atlantic Conference champion from Carson Newman, Kyla Blakemore. In lane 8, she's your Sunshine State Conference champion from Nova Southeastern, Molly Moorfelt. Madam Referee.
Well, certainly some heavy hitters here in this field. Kyla Blakemore, though, the junior from Carson Newman last year, was 27th in prelims, nowhere close to getting into either final. A huge season for her. Going to try to channel the energy from her teammate Manon Compagner last night. Compagner was the first Eagle to ever win a national championship at Carson Newman. Blakemore's in lane 7. Top qualifier in the country, Caitlin McCoy in lane 6 for UIndy. She's gone 5th and 4th in this event in the last 2 years. Marquez 3rd a year ago. Lauren White last year in 4th place. Pretty solid all the way across. Look at the underwater work there in 2 for Marquez. She's swimming quite well, as is Molly Moorfelt for Nova Southeastern in lane 8. Right now, those 2 young ladies are 2nd and 3rd. Kyla Blakemore's in 1st from Carson Newman. Blakemore at the halfway point, touched first. Continuing along lane 6, swimming well. Katie McCoy right next to her from UIndy. Boy, this place is getting loud. Really impressive work. Look at what McCoy just did underwater. Katie McCoy, can she do it for UIndy? Yes! 53.88, McCoy with an incredible second half swim. Moorfelt finishes in 2nd, then Lexi Waller, and then Blakemore. $53.88. Great moment for UIndy and Katie McCoy. 2nd national championship win for the UIndy ladies here this weekend. Joanna Buys won the 50 freestyle in D2 record time, 22:10, back on Wednesday. So congratulations to McCoy, 2023 national champion. All right, the 5th-year senior sends us into the men's 100-yard backstroke. We've got a lot of experience in both the consolation and championship finals here. Jared Jacinto, Ralph Hendricks, Patrick Rozenek, Jaron Thompson, Noah Clancy, Bartolome Swiderski, Parker Nolman, and Jakub Kiszczak, all in the pool here. Men's 100-yard backstroke consolation final off and rolling. Jaron Thompson, excellent start for UIndy in lane 4. Greyhounds going to try to keep things rolling in their direction. UIndy also with Swiderski in lane 6, swimming well. Gosh, Thompson has been clinical in the way he worked under the water there. In fact, UIndy right now is 1-2 with Rozenek closest to them for McKendry in lane 3. Thompson again first to the break wall. Kiszczak struggling a little bit in 8, trying to stay in it. Maybe a good push here coming from Swiderski. Thompson slowing down just a little bit. Jaron's backstroke is just barely fast enough to the wall. Rozenek actually outtouched Swiderski by 3/100ths. So lanes 4, 3, then 6 in that order as Jaron Thompson takes home the consolation final win. UIndy, well done. Final results there as we get ready for our championship final in the men's 100 backstroke. Six of our 8 swimmers in the championship final have competed at nationals twice in this event. Lamar Taylor, the junior from Henderson State, who won a national championship in the 50 free earlier this week and has been fabulous, leading off a couple of relays for Henderson State. He's coming out and will try to win the national title after his top qualifying time this morning of 46.42. Tim Stallings in lane 5 is a tough customer too. Let's meet our swimmers.
Friends from University of Missouri St. Louis, John Osa. In lane 2, a 7th place finisher a year ago from Florida Tech, Daniel Eisenberg. In lane 3, your conference runner-up in the Great Lakes Valley Conference from Drury, Nathan Bigetti. In lane 4, your national champion in the 50 freestyle from Henderson State, Lamar Taylor. In lane 5, a 4th place finisher in the 100 butterfly from Findlay, Timothy Stallings. In lane 6, an 8th place finisher in the 50 freestyle from Drury, Cameron Glass. In lane 7, a 3rd place finisher in the 400 individual medley, your national champion in the 200 individual medley from Colorado Mesa, Benjamin Simpson. In lane 8, your South Atlantic Conference champion from Wingate, Neshagas Philo. Madam Referee.
Well, the fastest swim in the country this year belongs to Ben Sampson in lane 7. You heard it, 4th a year ago. He swam this in 45.96 earlier this year. The best we've seen from Lamar Taylor was what he swam this morning as that top qualifying time. Lots of All-Americans in the pool. Taylor in 4, Stallings in 5. The start is so critical if you want to win this race. Stallings was excellent in 5. Well done by Cam Glass in lane 6 for Drury as well. Quarter of the way home. Taylor, terrific underwater work. Stallings is just out in front of him. They hit the halfway point, and they're virtually tied. In fact, Taylor hit the wall just a little quicker. Taylor 21.94, Stallings 22.05. Eisenberg up in lane 2 was in 3rd place, and then it was Glass in lane 6. Down the final stretch, Lamar Taylor for Henderson State won the national title earlier this week in the 50 free. Can he outtouch Stallings from Findlay? Yes, he barely does. Taylor, a 2-time national champion. Nathan Bigetti from Drury with a great close. For the 3rd time in his career, he finishes in 3rd place. Ever so little separating the top of the table. Congratulations to Lamar Taylor, your national champion here in 2023. All right, we're going to go down to the deck for a moment and recognize our podium presentation for the women's and men's 500-yard freestyle, where Nova Southeastern sophomore Emily Trieschman and 5th-year senior at Tampa Hayden Curley are your national champions.
In 13th place from McKendree, Anna Cecilia Carvalho. In 12th place from Indy, Brynhilde Trostadottir. In the 11th place from Nova Southeastern, Victoria Ortiz. In 10th place from Wingate, Caitlin Agger. And in 9th place from Colorado Mesa, Olivia Hansen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our top 8 finishers in the women's 500-yard freestyle. In 8th place from University Mary with a time of 4:58.09, Victoria Murillo. In 7th place with a time of 4:56.56 from Nova Southeastern, Yalara Murzilli. In 6th place with a time of 4:53.94 from Westchester, Keely Durkin. In 5th place with a time of 4:53.06 from Colorado Mesa, Katerina Mataskova. In 4th place with a time of 4:52.88 from Westchester, Michaela Nines. In 3rd place with a time of 4:51.54 from Azusa Pacific, Montana White. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 4:50.13 from Wayne State, Jordan Fox. And your 2023 national champion with a time of 4:45.56 from Nova Southeastern, Emily Trishman. We need Luca Alessandrini of Nova Southeastern to the awards ready area. All right, let's send it on down to the deck and meet our national champion in the 500-yard freestyle with Dan Johnson.
Emily, what a great race. Congratulations being on the victory podium another time. It's getting quite the habit, isn't it?
I guess so.
I maybe won't say habit. It's a very nice honor. I think let's talk about your 500. Really nice job. You went out there pretty strong, really consistent with your pacing. What was the game plan overall versus this morning's swim?
This morning, I really was just trying to pace myself and kind of hold back a little bit the first 200 and then go for it, negative split it. Tonight, I was just going for it. I wanted to see what I was able to do, if I could hold on. Kind of fell off a little bit, but still, I'm okay with that.
You were out in 4:47, I believe, in the 1,000, 4:45 in the 5. You swim in the 16:50 tomorrow?
Yes.
And what's the plan on that?
Pace it well.
Yeah. Get your turns going, get off the walls? Yeah. All right. Congratulations. Nice job. What a fun race to watch you swim.
Thank you.
Here are your results for event 22, men's 500-yard freestyle. In 16th place from Grand Valley, John Katzenbach. In 15th place from Wingate, Gabriel Costa. In 14th place from Colorado Mesa, Kyle Benjamin. In 13th place from Drury, Seisman Kapala. In 12th place from Drury, Mohammed Anis Dejabala. In 11th place from Florida Southern, Kyriakos Peristeridis. In 10th place from Colorado Mesa, Matthias Leperrier. In 9th place from Tampa, Santiago Corredor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our top 8 finishers in the men's 500-yard freestyle. In 8th place with a time of 4:29.90 from Indy, Christian Hadin. In 7th place with a time of 4:27.39 from Tampa, Barnabas Fluck. In sixth place with a time of 4:23:37 from Nova Southeastern, Luca Alessandrini. In fifth place with a time of 4:22:53 from Jewelry, Joao Nogueira. In fourth place with a time of 4:21:98 from Grand Valley, Eric Heber. In third place with a time of 4:19:45 from Oklahoma Christian, Victor Rosado. Your national runner-up with a time of 4:19:34 from Indy, Cedric Busing. And your 2023 national champion in the men's 500-yard freestyle with a time of 4:18:66 from Tampa, Hayden Curley.
Hayden, great job in the 500 free. I got to ask a question, though. What do you guys like about lane one to win?
Yeah, I saw my teammate do it yesterday, and then I thought it would just be funny to do it again. So I just made sure that I got in lane one this morning.
That was the whole plan this morning, right? Wow, you're pretty talented. Tell us about your race strategy going into the race. I mean, that's a nice drop from this morning, too.
Yeah, I took it out a little bit too easy, so I just knew I needed to go out faster because I knew the guys in the middle lanes were going to come back. So I just knew if I was out fast enough, I could hold them off.
I think so. I mean, you looked at your race. I mean, you started making your move about the 220, 225 mark right there, and you just started keeping the hammer down.
Yeah, that's always what my goal is, just right around the middle, just start picking it up. So I'm just happy I was able to execute today.
It's a lot better than third from the 1,000, wasn't it? Yeah. It feels good on that top podium, doesn't it?
Yeah, I shaved again today on my face just because I knew I grew some extra hair, so I made sure it was gone.
That was the key. Are we swimming the mile tomorrow?
Yeah, last race, so then I'm done officially, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations. Great 5 years, and congratulations.
So congratulations to Emily Trieschmann and Hayden Curley, national champions in the 500 freestyle. We'll recognize Katie McCoy and Lamar Taylor in just a little bit, and we will probably do that after looking at the schedule here, it'll be after the breaststroke wraps up. So give it, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 minutes if you're interested in following along with McCoy and Taylor and their award presentations. Okay, back down to the pool here for introductions. Women's 100 breaststroke consolation final.
Lane 3 from Wingate, Natalia Drowak. Lane 4 from Indy, Joanna Buys. Lane 5 from Nova Southeastern, Amelia Runningdahl. Lane 6 from Emmanuel, Diana Supron. Lane 7 from Tampa, Julia Augustuson. And lane 8 from Westchester, Mackenzie Hemingway.
So this is the consolation final in the 100-yard breaststroke. And we do have a couple of national champions in the pool. I'm not entirely sure what the holdup is here. It seemed that there might be one young lady that needed something. Trying to check things out here. It looks like Brooke Samilla from West Florida. I'm not sure what the issue might have been. But the young lady that was going to swim there in lane 1 all of a sudden walked away from her blocks and, well, more than halfway down the length of the facility. Whatever she needed must be pretty important. Didn't appear to be injured, so that's a good thing. Hopefully it won't be long before she is back and ready to compete. Top time in the country in the women's 100 breaststroke belongs to Savannah Best, who swam the fastest time this morning, 1:01:28. That is about 1 second slower than her best mark of the season. So we'll see her try to win a national championship. She'll have some tough competition, though. Lily Borgenheimer's very good. Rachel Johnson, 5th year from IUP. Tough customer. Well, I'm not entirely sure what the holdup is, but it seems like the ladies, if they would like, they're allowed to get into the pool just to stay warm. Hopefully whatever is holding up Brooke Samilla is going to be something quick and easy. Well, from our vantage point, I think Brooke is on the near side of the pool. So I'm not entirely sure if she's working with her coaching staff. Get a look there at the University of Indianapolis. Been a pretty good week for them so far, hasn't it? On the men's side, UIndy, 297.5. They're in front of Drury at the top of the men's rankings. Drury with 242 and Tampa with 213. UIndy in good shape there. And on the ladies' side, UIndy's at 263. They're in second place behind Nova Southeastern. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick break while Brooke Samilla works out whatever was holding things up. We'll be back here shortly. Watching live streaming coverage of the Division II National Championship Swim Meet, women's 100-yard breaststroke. So we've got good news. Brooke Samilla is ready to go up in lane 1. You can see her there as she makes her way over to the blocks. Again, I wouldn't even want to speculate what the holdup was, but the good news is she looks like she's ready to compete. So we will get on with things here in the consolation final. Brooke Samilla from West Florida, Alexandria McFarland of Tampa, Natalia Dwojak, freshman from Wingate, Joanna Buys, 5th-year senior from Indianapolis in lane 4. Amelia Roningdahl, freshman from Nova Southeastern, is in lane 5. Joanna and Amelia both have won national titles this week. Diana Suprin, junior from Emmanuel, in lane 6. Tampa senior Julia Augustusson in lane 7. And Mackenzie Hemingway, junior from Westchester, in lane 8. Pretty dead even there across the middle of the pool. But it was Mackenzie Hemingway that actually touched the brake, or I should say touched the pad first. Dwojak and Buys actually were dead even. They tied halfway through in lanes 3 and 4. Hemingway still swimming well. It's going to be really difficult as a competitor when you've got those unexpected delays to stay focused but also stay loose. A break that lasted a few minutes. Who can withstand it best? Good closing spurt from Roningdahl in lane 5, and she's going to be the first one to the wall. Roningdahl, Dwojak, and then Buys. Lanes 5, 3, and 4 in the consolation final. So Amelia Roningdahl, who just missed making the championship final, 1:02:28. It is a little bit faster than we saw her swim this morning. So we're ready for the championship final now of the women's 100 breaststroke. We will have a new champion in the field this year. Last year's national champion was Danielle Malili from Queens, who won the event in 1 minute, 0.11 seconds. That would be a really good time considering what we've seen around the country this year, but Savannah Best certainly capable of better than that. Let's meet our swimmers.
In the Rocky Mountain Conference, from Colorado Mesa, Madeline Moran. In lane 2, a 4th place finisher in the Sunshine State Conference, from Nova Southeastern, Claire Gass. In lane 3, your Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference champion, from Indiana University, Pennsylvania, Rachel Johnson. In lane 4, a 3rd place finisher in the 400 individual medley, a 3rd place finisher in the 200 individual medley, from Nova Southeastern, Savannah Best. In lane 5, she's your South Atlantic Conference champion, from Wingate, Amanda Wenhold. In lane 6, a 7th place finisher a year ago, from University of Missouri St. Louis, Zara Constable. In lane 7, your runner-up in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, from Indy, Salina Schmidt. And in lane 8, a 4th place finisher in the 400 individual medley, from Colorado Mesa, Lily Borgenheimer. Madam Referee.
Well, Best and Borgenheimer have the 2 fastest swims in the country this year. But there's been a couple of pretty good prelims this morning from Moran and from Constable in particular. Their best swims of the season got them in this championship final. Rachel Johnson's no joke, man. She's really talented out of the PSAC. See how things go. Savannah Best, the favorite in lane 4. She's been a part of a handful of relay national championship teams during her career. Savannah Best. So far, so good in lane 4. She is first to the wall. Then it's Amanda Wenhold in 5. Claire Gass and Rachel Johnson closest to her. Best has had a good week so far. Swam for a couple years at Indian River State College before transferring to Nova Southeastern. She's a young lady from Cape Town, South Africa. Can she take home a national championship? This is getting really tight. Rachel Johnson making the push in 3. Best holds her breath, goes underwater, hits the wall first. Another win for Nova Southeastern. (101.13). Rachel Johnson, the national runner-up. And then Claire Gass, the sophomore teammate from Savannah Best, finishes in 3rd. Well, congratulations to Nova Southeastern. They continue to put up an unbelievable performance this week. They won a national title in D2 championship record time on Tuesday. 3 wins on Wednesday, 3 wins yesterday, and already 2 more today, with still 1 more individual race, women's 3-meter diving, and the 200 free relay still to come. May Lowy could try to keep that streak going for Nova Southeastern in the 200 butterfly coming up here in just a bit. But first to the men's 100-yard breaststroke for the consolation final. Sebastian Bohm in lane 1 from UIndy. Northern Michigan with Roberto Camera in lane 2. Noah Clancy, lane 3 for Missouri S&T. Last year, a 4th place finish for Indy senior Lakeith Selvaraj Prema in lane 4. Richard Polasek of Davenport in 5. It's Abdurazak Siar in lane 6 for Drury. OCU has a sophomore Felix Burling in 7. And Oscar Hartvig for Carson Newman is in lane 8. Halfway home, it's Noah Clancy, followed by Selvaraj Prema and then Hartvig. Good work there from Clancy, who's pulled out a nice last 25. Noah Clancy from Missouri S&T. Clancy's already been in the pool earlier today and had a good performance, and he wins the B final here in 52-84. Congratulations to Noah Clancy. It's been a great year for him. Missouri S&T fired up by that time. A lot of celebration. The guys are bowing down to him across the way. That's awesome. Noah Clancy, big win. Look at the final times. Teammates obviously appreciative of his effort. Well, congratulations to Clancy. Breaks the 53-second barrier. That's a good swim. Okay, let's meet our championship finalists now, where we will have a new national champion this year in the 100 breaststroke.
In lane 1, a 4th place finisher in the Great Lakes Valley Conference from Indy, Braden Cole. In lane 2, a 7th place finisher a year ago from Drury, Davi Muau. In lane 3, a 5th place finisher in the 200 individual medley from Oklahoma Christian, John Amron. In lane 4, a 5th place finisher in the Great Lakes Valley Conference from McKendree, Felipe Pinheiro. In lane 5, a 6th place finisher in the 200 individual medley from Findlay, Juan Daniel Garcia Ruiz. In lane 6, your Conference Carolina champion from Emmanuel, Luigi da Silva. In lane 7, your runner-up from the GMAC Conference from Findlay, Luca Shiandusi. In lane 8, your national runner-up in the 200 individual medley from Florida Southern, Matteo Zampese. Madam Referee.
Last year's champion was from Florida Southern, Ludo Viberti, an Italian national who had a great race and just barely beat UIndy 5th year Jan Zukowicz. Florida Southern is represented in the field this year by Matteo Zampese. Off they go into the pool. A couple of 3rd place finishes the last couple years for JT Amrine and Felipe Pinheiro, who are in lanes 3 and 4. Top time in the country this year, 51.93, the only one to break 52. And that came from Juan Daniel Garcia Ruiz, one of the 2 Findlay Oilers in the pool. Gosh, how dead even is this swim? Garcia Ruiz, then Pinheiro, and then Zampese. The first 2 guys were separated by 1/100th. Really tight race. Pinheiro, Garcia Ruiz in the middle of the pool looking really strong. It's Garcia Ruiz whose underwater work is helpful. Here comes Zampese down at 8. Matteo Zampese just missed. It's Davi Morau up in 2. Drury with an incredible finish. 28:01, far and away the fastest split. And Davi Morau wins the national championship. Morau has had an incredible year for the Panthers. And he caps it off with a national title, nearly breaking 28 seconds in his last down and back. Look at those numbers. Holy cow. So the national championship winning time of 52:65 puts Drury back on top of the podium. You know, the Panthers this week has been interesting because they're obviously a national powerhouse, and maybe they just haven't quite had the same level of success this week in terms of overall wins that they're used to and that they expect. That's a big moment. Their assistant coach, Zach Mertens, said after yesterday's competition, quote, "Our women's and men's teams are similar in that we know our first 2 days are not our best days. We're looking for our depth on the guys' side to drive home the last couple days. And on the ladies' side, we've got a bunch that are really fast. We know we can put together some good events and great freestyle relays. So we've still got that to come." In other words, don't count out the Drury Panthers. And it might have just started there with Morau winning the national title in the 100 breaststroke. Let's go down to the podium presentation for the women's and men's 100-yard backstroke, where Savannah Best, where Katie McCoy and Lamar Taylor will be recognized here.
Southeastern, Selena Marquez. In 7th place with a time of 54:71. From Minnesota State Mankato, Abby Gronholz. In 6th place with a time of 54:50. From Henderson State, Kiara Posby. In 5th place with a time of 54:41. From Colorado Mesa, Lauren White. In 4th place with a time of 54:40. From Carson Newman, Kyla Blakemore. In 3rd place with a time of 54:26. From Drury, Alexandra Waller. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 54:24 from Nova Southeastern, Molly Morfelt. And your 2023 national champion with a time of 53:88 from Indy, Caitlin McCoy. Let's send it on down to Dan Johnson to meet our national champion in the women's 100-yard backstroke.
Caitlin, tell me that 5th year was worth it.
Oh, it was so worth it. Thank you.
Oh, nice job. Last year, I believe you were 5th at this meet, and this year winning it. Also, did you see how tight the field was going into tonight's race?
Yeah, it made me a little nervous, but I knew that it could be anybody's race. So if I have a lane, I've got a shot.
Exactly. We've seen that tonight from lane 1s and 8s, haven't we? Seated 4th, how fast did you want to take that first 50 out?
As fast as I could because I knew I could come home.
Nice job. Was that the plan, holding on the second 50 and getting your hand on the wall?
Of course.
Great job. You got the 2 back?
2 back next.
Congratulations. Great job. Great 5th year. Yeah, what a nice job having the victory.
Thank you.
Results of event 24, men's 100-yard backstroke. In 16th place from Colorado Mesa, Kuba Kizigak. In 15th place from Lewis, Gerard Jacinto. In 14th place from St. Cloud State, Rolf Hendricks. In 13th place from Missouri S&T, Noah Clancy. In 12th place from Tampa, Parker Nolman. In 11th place from Indy, Bartek Swiderski. In 10th place from McKendree, Patrick Rosneck. And in 9th place from Indy, Jaron Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our top 8 finishers in the men's 100-yard backstroke. In 8th place with a time of 48:35 from Wingate, Neshagus Philo. In 7th place with a time of 48:32 from Florida Tech, Daniel Eisenberg. In 6th place with a time of 47:78 from University of Missouri St. Louis, John Osa. In 5th place with a time of 47:14 from Drury, Cameron Glass. In 4th place with a time of 47:12 from Colorado Mesa, Benjamin Sampson. In 3rd place with a time of 46:69 from Drury, Nathan Bigetti. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 46:34 from Findlay, Timothy Stallings. And your 2023 national champion in the men's 100-yard backstroke with a time of 45:95 from Henderson State, Lamar Taylor. Let's send it on down to the deck, and let's meet our national champion in the men's 100-yard backstroke with Dan Johnson.
Lamar, great race in the 50 free, great race in the 100 back. Did you just use your sprint advantage, you think, in that race?
Yeah, so I just tried to take it out as fast as possible and just come back and see what I can do. Like, that's basically it.
You said, I'm going to go out hard and come catch me if you can?
Basically, that was the goal.
I think it worked.
Thank you.
Nice job. How are your underwaters, you think, in that race today?
Pardon me?
Your underwaters.
They definitely helped me out. I tried to use it to my advantage and just work it.
Yeah, because you could really use that in your 50 free, and I noticed how true you stayed to your standards, and I think you did the same thing in the 100 backstroke, really working your underwaters and taking advantage of your underwater speed.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. What's next for you?
The 2 free relay.
What are we going to see in that?
Hopefully a national record.
There you go. Congratulations, Lamar. Great racing.
Yeah, congratulations to Lamar Taylor. He's a pretty impressive young man, and he's really competed at a high level this week. Honestly, as much fun as it's been to watch him in the couple of individual national championships that he's won, I think it's also been great to watch him in relays because he takes a ton of pride in going out there and just trying to win every time he's in the pool. And he has done quite well in the backstroke events when swimming in the relays for Henderson State. So great job for Lamar Taylor. And Katie McCoy, it was pretty cool to watch how excited she was there after being recognized as a champion. Okay, our defending national champion is in the field in the championship final. Westchester's Ann Carrazza, but we are going to go to the consolation final first. And here are your contestants.
Lane 2 from Delta State, Jane Bodmer. Lane 3 from Nova Southeastern, Alexandra Maslova. Lane 4 from Drury, Maria Munez. Lane 5 from Indy, Andrea Gomez Espinoza. Lane 6 from Tampa, Sierra Gillen. Lane 7 from Wayne State, Barbara Munoz Quintero. And lane 8 from Penn West, Stephanie Sipple. Madam Referee.
Alexandra Maslova from Nova Southeastern won the B final 2 years ago and got in the A final last year, finishing 5th. Should try to score some more points for the Sharks here. By the way, Nova Southeastern leads the overall team score on the ladies' side, 413.5 to 284 over Indy. Colorado Mesa's women are now in third place with 217 points. Consolation final of the women's 200-yard butterfly. Division II all-time championship record was set last year when Ann Carrazza won the national title for Westchester. We'll see if she has anything similar in the tank here coming up in just a few minutes. Solid swims in lanes 3 and 7 right now. Maslova and Munoz Quintero both look good. 200-yard butterfly in this pool is down and back 4 times. Let's keep an eye on how Maslova is splitting here. 30-45. Munoz Quintero 30-56 in second. Maria Fe Munoz from Drury 30-50. She's in third place. Then it's Bodemer and Font Cantanero. Really steady swim. Pretty much every other stroke, Maslova's coming up for air. She's in first place with Munoz Quintero, certainly closing down in lane 7. Those two right now have performed well. And wouldn't you know it, here comes the Drury Panther freshman, Maria Fe Munoz. She's really turning it on in lane 4. She comes up more quickly here than Maslova does in 3. Maslova slowing down a bit. Munoz Quintero in lane 7 turns on the jets too. And the junior from Wayne State gets to the wall first. Barbara Munoz Quintero from Wayne State wins the B final with a time of 2 minutes, 0.85 seconds. Then Fe Munoz, Bodemer, and Maslova. Maslova just ran out of gas, 33.72, her last split. Maybe Alex went out just a little too fast and couldn't hold it. All right, we are ready for our championship final, where in addition to Carrazza being back in the pool in lane 4, all-time D2 record holder, the national runner-up last year was Luna Mertens, and she's in lane 3. Paige Mikesell, 2 years ago, was the national runner-up from IUP, and she'll swim in lane 5. So look for those 3 lanes in particular. Try and set the pace, and don't fall asleep on Aurora Duncan in lane 6. She has had a great season, and her times in the last month have come way down. Duncan has performed really well. She was a runner-up yesterday. Here are your finalists.
In lane 1, she's your Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference champion from Oklahoma Christian, Cheyenne Dennison. In lane 2, a 7th place finisher in the 200 individual medley. She was a part of the 800 free relay national championship and record holding team. Your national champion in the 400 individual medley from Nova Southeastern, Mai Lovey. In lane 3, a third-place finisher in the 100 fly from Lynn, Luna Mertens. In lane 4, your national runner-up in the 100 fly butterfly from Westchester, Ann Carosa. In lane 5, a sixth-place finisher in the 200 individual medley, a fifth-place finisher in the 100 butterfly, a sixth-place finisher in the 200 freestyle from Indiana University, Pennsylvania, Paige Mikesel. In lane 6, your national runner-up in the 200 individual medley, your national runner-up in the 400 individual medley from Drury, Aurora Duncan. In lane 7, an 8th place finisher in the 200 individual medley from Drury, Malai Vick. And in lane 8, your conference runner-up from the Great Midwest and Mountain Conference from Hillsdale, Megan Clifford. Madam Referee.
May Lowy up in lane 2 has also had a great week. Of course, she won the 400 IM yesterday. Her second national championship this week for her. Off we go, the women's 200-yard butterfly, and because she's in the pool, that means we should certainly be on all-time D2 record watch, 155.98. The record that Ann Carosa from Westchester set last year down in Greensboro at our national championship meet. Carosa swimming just fine so far. Luna Mertens to her left, keeping up nicely. Paige Mikesel to Carosa's right, swimming well. So is Aurora Duncan in 6. All of those young ladies are very close. Carosa's in first, but it really isn't by more than just a couple hundredths. Carosa continues to have the smallest of leads at the moment. And Carosa from Westchester, out of the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, the Golden Rams. Frankly, from top to bottom, that athletic department is one of the most competitive in America. They win a lot. And they've got a great young lady swimming in lane 4. Carosa goes 29.56. Great last split. She's separating herself a bit now. And Carosa getting stronger as the rest of the field realizes she's leaving them in the dust. Ann swam 158.29 this morning. And at this point, while she still has to go down and back, it would be remarkable if somebody else overtakes her. 125.86 so far. She split 30.32. It's going to be close, but I know she's trying to push toward a national record. Ann Carosa from Westchester. Aurora Duncan in second place at the moment. Luna Mertens hanging in there up in lane 3. This is Ann's big moment. The Westchester Golden Rams are going to have another national champion. Can she beat her own record? Not quite, but it's still a national title. Ann Carosa repeats in the 200-yard butterfly. 157.73. Aurora Duncan, a second national runner-up showing this weekend. May Lowy finishes third, rounding out the top of the podium. Carosa probably felt like she was robbed yesterday in the 100 fly. She's also got the all-time D2 record in that event. The terrific Manon Compagner from Carson Newman upset Ann and Luna in that race yesterday. So Carosa wins the national championship in the 200 fly. Middle of that race was awfully fun for her. Okay, down to the pool now for the 200-yard butterfly men's consolation final.
Lane 7 from Wingate, Alexander Smyrie. Lane 8 from Delta State, Carson Traylor. Madam Referee.
I think we missed the first couple lanes there. Frederick Moeller, Charles Burrows, Luke Dingus, Conley Savage, Camilo Marugo Montano, and Kapker Corona. Along with Alexander Smyer and Carson Traylor. Smyer was 12th in this race a year ago. Cool for Traylor, who last year was the first alternate, when he's found himself in the consolation final this year as a senior at Delta State. Carson swimming just fine down there in the bottom of the pool at the moment. Lane 3 looks solid. It's Luke Dingus from Rollins College, freshman, at the moment in first place. Here comes Corona, the Wingate Bulldog freshman in 6. Good swim. Our defending national champion, Alex Kunert from Queens, three-peated in this event. And it included, in the first of those 3 wins, an all-time record swim, 141.19. Now we're seeing some strength from Colorado School of Mines senior Charles Burrows up in lane 2. Lanes 2, 3, and 6 right now leading the way. Smyer hanging in there in lane 7. They'll go down and back one more time. As they go into the wall, it's Burrows, then Smyer, then Corona, and then Dingus. Charles Burrows from Colorado School of Mines. Can he hang on? Alexander Smyer from Wingate really starting to get strong here. Look at the way Smyer is putting together the back half of this swim, and all of a sudden, it's not as much of a contest. Smyer is going to cruise to the end. Alexander Smyer wins the B final for Wingate. $146.90. Great to see him that fired up. Burrows in second. Rollins College gets a third place finish there in the consolation final. Smyer's so happy, he got out of the pool, put his hands on his hips, started looking around and didn't know where to go. Good for him. Okay, to our championship final now, where last year's runner-up Jackson Lustig is going to try to win the national championship here in 2023. Fastest time in the country this year he posted back at the Mizzou Invitational in mid-November. Jackson swam 1:42.14. That's more than 2 seconds faster than Dominik Karacic from Drury. 4 guys in this pool have been All-Americans previously. Let's meet our finalists.
The conference champion from Clarion, David Bocci. Lane 2, an 8th place finisher from the Great Lakes Valley Conference. From Drury, Alejandro Villarreal. Lane 3, your national runner-up in the 100 butterfly. From Nova Southeastern, Stephen Amable. In lane 4, a 7th place finisher in the 200 individual medley. A 3rd place finisher in the 100 butterfly. From McKendree, Jackson Lustig. In lane 5, an 8th place finisher in the 400 individual medley. A 4th place finisher in the 200 individual medley. From Drury, Andrew Rodriguez. In lane 6, a 6th place finisher in the 100 butterfly. From Drury, Dominik Karashish. In lane 7, your Rocky Mountain Conference champion from Colorado Mesa, Dejan Urbanik. And in lane 8, a 4th place finisher from the Great Lakes Valley Conference. From Indy, Serge Agoshawan. Madam Referee.
Seri Agadzanyan in lane 8 actually just qualified for this national meet in a last chance meet less than a month ago. And now he finds himself swimming for a national championship. He is UIndy's only hope here in this race. Drury with 3 young men in lanes 2, 5, and 6. Jackson Lustig in lane 4, sophomore from McKendree, is the favorite. When he swam 1:42.14 back in November, put up the top time in the country, and he didn't miss it by too much this morning in prelims, well ahead of Drury senior Andrew Rodriguez, who was 5th a year ago and won the B final 2 seasons back. Karacic, also a 2-time All-American in this event. So Drury with 2 seniors and a freshman, and right now they are all behind Lustig in lane 4. He's really off to a fast start. Lustig way out front of the rest of the field. Gosh, that didn't take long. Holy cow. Usually you don't see this kind of separation this early in the race. 47.74, his last split 25.35. The next closest swimmer is 2 full seconds behind him in Karacic, who is 26.45. Lustig is just blasting this field in the 200-yard butterfly. This is quickly turning into a swim for second place. Goodness gracious, Jackson Lustig. The all-time Division II record, also the championship meet record. Alex Kunert from Queens set it as a freshman in 2019, 141.19. And if you look over at the sidelines where McKendree's team is watching closely, they think that there's a chance Lustig could break it. Timers are out of their chairs. Again, 141.19. It's been obvious for a while. Jackson Lustig, your national champion, and he does it! 140.75, the fastest swim in Division II history. Look at the results. He won the race by 4.5 seconds. What a moment for McKendree. Congratulations to Jackson Lustig. McKendree has competed so well here this week. Greg Lashinsky yesterday was amazing, winning an individual title and then helping McKendree at the end of the day win a national championship in the 400 medley relay. Lustig swam well in that relay race, but it was Lashinsky in the freestyle that probably caught more attention. But this moment certainly belongs to Lustig, a sophomore from Pius XI High School in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, his teammates having a bunch of fun with him. That's awesome. The fastest swim in the 200 fly all time. And frankly, he beat the record by almost a second. That's incredible. What a moment for Jackson Lustig. Okay, back down to the podium presentation now for the women's and men's 100 breaststroke champs. For Savannah Best from Nova Southeastern and Davi Murao, Brazilian national from Drury, will be recognized as this year's national champs.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our top 8 finishers in the women's 100-yard breaststroke. In 8th place with a time of 102.99 from Colorado Mesa, Madeline Moran. In 7th place with a time of 102.62 from Colorado Mesa, Lily Borgenheimer. In 6th place with a time of 102.59 from University of Missouri St. Louis, Zara Constapel. In 5th place with a time of 102.29 from Wingate, Amanda Winhold. In 4th place with a time of 102.22 from Indy, Selena Schmidt. In 3rd place with a time of 102.01 from Nova Southeastern, Claire Gass. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 101.71 from Indiana University, Pennsylvania, Rachel Johnson. And your 2023 national champion in the women's 100-yard breaststroke with a time of 101.13 from Nova Southeastern, Savannah Bess. All right, let's send it on down to the deck, and let's meet our national champion in the women's 100-yard breaststroke with Dan Johnson.
Savannah, let's talk about that 100 breast. 2 years ago, top 8. Last year, 3rd. 5th year now coming in, and you win it. How hard have you worked for this victory?
Really hard. I mean, those challenges with like COVID coming through, that was really tough trying to stay motivated in practice. Last year, just trying to keep pushing through. This year, I wanted it so badly. It's my last year, so I just thought, why not? Let's just go for it.
Well, you did a great job last night in the 400 medley with a great split. Came in today ready to go. Took charge right away from that first 50. Was that what the game plan was? Have a hard 50 and keep coming?
Honestly, I don't know. In my head, I was like, just go for it. This is what you want, and we'll see how it goes. And I just ended up pushing real hard, trying to get that lead, and I kept it, so.
Congratulations. What do you think about tomorrow in the 200 breast?
I'm so excited. I love 2 breasts. I love 100 breasts, but I also love 2 breasts, so I can't wait to see what tomorrow holds.
Well, congratulations. You've had a great meet, great victory today. Can't wait to see tomorrow.
All right, results of event 26, men's 100-yard breaststroke. In 16th place from Northern Michigan, Roberto Camara. In 15th place from Oklahoma Christian, Felix Berling. In 14th place from Davenport, Richard Polzek. In 13th place from Drury, Zach Ciar. In 12th place from Indy, Sebastian Baum. In 11th place from Carson Newman, Asger Hartvig. In 10th place from Indy, Leaky Prima. In 9th place from Missouri S&T, Noah Clancy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your top 8 finishers in the men's 100-yard breaststroke. In 8th place with a time of 53.48 from Indy, Braden Cole. We have a tie for 6 with a time of 53.24 from Oklahoma Christian, John Amrine. And from Findlay, Luca Cheyenne-Ducey. In 5th place with a time of 53.17 from Emmanuel, Luigi Da Silva. In 4th place with a time of 52.92 from McKendree, Felipe Pinheiro. In 3rd place with a time of 52.87 from Findlay, Juan Daniel Garcia Ruiz. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 52.68 from Florida Southern, Mateo Zampese. And your 2023 national champion in the men's 100-yard breaststroke with a time of 52.65 from Drury, Davi Muau. Let's send it on down to the deck and meet our national champion in the men's 100-yard breaststroke with Dan Johnson.
Davi, let's talk about that finish. I don't know if you got to see it on video yet, but did you see the end of that race?
No. To be honest, I couldn't see too much because my goggles were like foggy, so I was just swimming and trying to touch the wall first. So.
Well, hopefully you get to watch the video of it because your finish was phenomenal, and that's what won that race. You came and hit every wall right in stride and getting off with great underwater pulls. Is that going to be your strong suit, you think?
I believe so, and I have worked a lot on that, so I guess I'm my best.
What can we expect in the 200 breast?
I'm just trying to go to my best time. I not think on any position right now. Just try to have fun.
Well, congratulations, Davi. Beautiful race. Well done. Well executed. A lot of fun to watch.
Thank you.
We need the top 8 finishers in the women's 200-yard butterfly and the men's 200-yard butterfly to the awards-ready area now. Once again, top 8 finishers in our men's and women's 200-yard butterfly to the awards-ready area now. Let's send it over to the diving well with Jeff Noble to meet tonight's 3-meter finalists.
Thank you, Scott. If you'll turn your attention to the diving well, we'll introduce tonight's finalists for women's 3-meter diving. Our first diver this evening is a freshman from West Florida. She qualified with a score of 414.55. Please welcome Olivia Nelson. Diving second in the order this evening. She qualified with a score of 418.70. A senior from St. Cloud State, Meredith Machinsky. Diving third with a qualifying score of 422.10. She's a senior from Indianapolis, Michaela Starr. Diving fourth in the order this evening, qualified this afternoon with a score of 425.25, a fifth-year senior from West Florida, Daniela Reyes. Our fifth diver is a junior from McKendree who qualified with a score of 430.80. Please welcome Reagan Gubera. Diving sixth in the order tonight, a sophomore from Grand Valley who qualified with a score of 441.70, Maddie Cuistra. Our seventh diver in the order this evening, qualified with a score of 442.60, a freshman from Clarion, Luna Villareno. And our top qualifier, who with a score of 445.70, a freshman from Wayne State. Please welcome Michaela Senkis.
Results of event 27, women's 200-yard butterfly. In 16th place, from Penn West, Stephanie Sipple. In 15th place from Tampa, Sierra Gillen. In 14th place from Northern Michigan, Maritexol Font Cantero. In 13th place from Indy, Andrea Gomez Espinoza. In 12th place from Nova Southeastern, Alexandria Maslova. In 11th place from Delta State, Jane Bodemer. In 10th place from Drury, Maria Fe Munoz. And in 9th place from Wayne State, Barbara Munoz Quintero. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your top 8 finishers in the women's 200-yard butterfly. In 8th place with a time of 2:01.98 from Oklahoma Christian, Cheyenne Dennison. In 7th place with a time of 2:01.81 from Hillsdale, Megan Clifford. In 6th place with a time of 2 minutes .91 from Lynn, Luna Mertens. In 5th place with a time of 2 minutes .44 from Indiana University, Pennsylvania, Paige Meixel. In 4th place with a time of 2 minutes .15 from Drury, Malai Vick. In 3rd place with a time of 1:59.83 from Nova Southeastern, Mai Lovey. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 1:59.30 from Drury, Aurora Duncan. And your 2023 national champion in the women's 200-yard butterfly with a time of 1:57.73 from Westchester, Ann Caruza. Let's send it on down to the deck and meet our 2023 national champion in the women's 200-yard butterfly with Dan Johnson.
And what a beautiful race. You really started taking control at the 100-yard mark. Was that the plan going out?
Yeah, I was just trying to stay long and strong the first half and then just really go as fast as I can the second half.
I got to ask you, there's not a lot of kick on that 200 fly for you, is there?
No, that's kind of been my weakness in butterfly.
Well, the field doesn't think that. But nice job. I mean, do you doubt just what the kicking is so strong, or I mean, the upper body's just so strong that you can carry yourself through the whole 200?
Yeah, I really focused on my upper body, just getting through the wall or getting through the water.
It looked great. I mean, really nice job. National record holder, champion again today. What else do you have going on?
Tomorrow I have the 100 freestyle.
Are we going to see a kick?
Well, yeah, it's 100, so I got to get going.
Congratulations. Beautiful job. A lot of fun watching your race today.
Thank you.
Results of event 28, men's 200-yard butterfly. In 16th place from Finley, Camilio Morago Montano. In 15th place from Delta State, Carson Traylor. In 14th place from Wingate, Casper Corona. In 13th place from University of Missouri St. Louis, Conley Savage. In 12th place from Wingate, Frederick Moeller. In 11th place from Rollins, Luke Dinge. In 10th place from Colorado School of Mines, Charles Burrows. And in 9th place from Wingate, Alexander Smyrer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your top 8 finishers in the men's 200-yard butterfly. In 8th place, with a time of 1:47.41, from Clarion, David Bochy. In 7th place, with a time of 1:46.83, from Nova Southeastern, Stephen Amable. In 6th place with a time of 1:46.71 from Indy, Serge Agashawan. We have a tie for 4th with a time of 1:46.53 from Jewelry, Alejandro Villarreal, and from Jewelry, Dominic Karasik. In 3rd place with a time of 1:45.30 from Colorado Mesa, Dejan Urbanik. Your 2023 national runner-up with a time of 1:45.08 from Jewelry, Andrew Rodriguez. And your 2023 national champion in the men's 200-yard butterfly with a new NCAA Division II and meet record, 1:40.75 from McKendree, Jackson Lustig. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's send it on down to the deck and meet our national champion in the men's 200-yard butterfly with Dan Johnson.
Jackson, national record holder, 200 butterfly. Was that the goal all along?
Yeah, ever since I got second last year at NCAA's, I basically reevaluated my training and took different standpoint at swim and in life. And my first practice back, I was talking to my coaches, and I decided right then and there that I was going to be going for this record.
Well, nice job. Nice job putting your goal together and executing it. Also, let's talk a little bit about last year versus this year. Last year, your fastest 100 fly, 47. This year, taking the 200 fly out in 47.
Yeah, I think I've made a lot of leaps in butterfly in the last year after training so much and so rigorously this summer. I achieved some very good dual meet times, and that gave me a lot of confidence going into championship season.
Well, I mean, what a beautiful race. You swam out there, and you really had to just push it mentally yourself because you had such a lead, but you stayed true, and it really executed, and the fans just loved it today watching that national record.
Thank you very much, guys.
Congratulations, Jackson. Beautiful race.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's send it over to Jeff Noble for some 3-meter diving.
Thank you, Scott. 3-meter. Judges, you
good? That was probably the coolest moment of the meet so far, honestly, watching Jackson Lustig break a national record. It's the 4th time we've had a national record fall here this week, but there was a different level of excitement around that. That was awfully cool. Olivia Nelson gets us started. Young lady from West Florida, a freshman on the women's 3-meter diving competition. And her score there is 43.2. So Olivia gets up to 215.4. This is Meredith Machinsky, 403B 2.1, senior from St. Cloud State. Great dive. .42 points. Good start for Meredith. Those are good scores. Michaela Starr, we also saw her in the 1-meter diving finals. Michaela 405C 2.7. The only Indianapolis Greyhound to be competing tonight. Really good. Big night for UIndy last night in the men's 3-meter dive. She gets 36.45. UIndy took first and second last night with Julio Osuna-Kelly and Jason Lenzo both putting on a really good show. Daniela Reyes, also from West Florida, 403B 2.1. As you can see, she's carrying forward 157.4. Well, it's a great start. Again, that's probably the, actually as I look through, it is definitely the lowest carried forward score. So she's going to need to have a really solid showing here in the second half of the night. But all 8 of these young ladies are officially All-Americans by virtue of being here tonight, qualifying for the finals. 6 rounds, so 48 total dives. This is Reagan Gubera. A little over-rotated, but otherwise good. Junior from McKendree, 32.4. National record belongs to Wayne State's Elizabeth Rawlings. Back in 2015, she had 555.7. 6th diver in our rotation of 8 is Maddie Kuistra, 405C 2.7, sophomore for the Lakers. Excellent. Really solid there for Maddie, and the scores reflect that, 48.6 for her. All right, Luna Castellanos, freshman from Clarion, who won on the 1-meter diving championship a couple of nights ago. You see it's listed on the video board there as Luna Bejarano. That is her father's last name. Castellanos, her mother's last name. As we understand, that's how she prefers to be called. So we'll certainly oblige. 49.95. Nice start there for Luna. 238.9 her total award so far. And now Michaela Sinkis, final diver here in the first round for Wayne State, carrying forward 190.5. She'll go with 105B 2.4, forward somersault, 2.5 somersault pike. Michaela finished 11th last year and 9th 2 years ago. Excellent. Really solid start for Michaela Sinkis. She's in second place, just 0.4 of a point behind Luna. All right, game on. Round 2, back to Olivia, 203B 2.2. Olivia, the future of Argonaut diving. That was beautiful. Well done. Judges give her solid scores. Low DD gives her just 39.6. That's okay. She's at 255 even. Meredith now, 105B 2.4. Meredith was in 4th place after the first round. Hits that as good as you can. Well done. And a nice score, 48 points. So Meredith at 270.35 here. Michaela Starr, 105B 2.4. Well, she ripped it pretty good. Legs weren't quite vertical on entry, but the judges still say, hey, that's good enough for a solid marking. Give her to 259.2. Daniela, 105B 2.4. Seen this dive already. Good tight pike. Good entry into the water. Waiting on one of the judges, it seems. A collective big thumbs up from the judges. 50.4. Good work. 250.9 for Daniela. Reagan, 51-34D, 2.5. Oh, yeah. Rock solid. Those two twists make that pretty tough. And the judges give her a great score. 256.75 now for Reagan. Maddie, 105B, 2.4. See if she can execute this just as well as a couple of her predecessors. In fact, I think that's the best we've seen. Gosh, that was really good. 7.5s all the way across. Every judge says that was excellent. Maddie's at 292.05. She'll be no worse than third at the end of this round. Luna, 205C, 2.8. Haven't had too many higher degrees of difficulty than this. At least not through the opening couple of rounds. Terrific. .56. So Luna leads Maddie by 1.45. That's really tight. Last diver in the second round, Michaela Senkis, 205B, 3.0. Michaela trailed Luna by 0.4 of a point after the first round. That was very good. Not perfectly vertical when she went in the water, but she's going to get a good number there. A high DD certainly will help. 282. So after two rounds in order, Luna, Maddie, Michaela Senkis, Meredith, Michaela Starr, Reagan, Olivia, Daniela. That's our ranking right now, first through eighth. Olivia starts round 3. That's very good. .48.3. Meredith, 51-34D, 2.5. Gorgeous. Meredith proving why she belongs on the All-American stage, gets a great award, 51.25. Michaela Starr, 205C, 2.8. Reminder, if you're watching our live streaming coverage, that we still have the 200-yard freestyle relays on the ladies and the men's side. It's coming up after diving wraps up. Pretty good there from Michaela. Judges' scores are okay, 35. 294.2. Daniela, 405C, 2.7. Changing the positioning of the board a little bit here. Wants to make sure she gets it just where she wants. Nice execution. Certainly kept it tight to the board. 43.2. Reagan, 205C, 2.8. Same dive here, but she'll change where she wants the board to be. Very good. 39.2. Maddie, 305C, 2.8. The way she's performed so far, even though she was 6th in her rotation and did not carry forward the biggest score from this morning, Maddie is right in this thing. Well, she does pretty well. Got the impression with the way that second bounce came on the board that it wasn't exactly the way she wanted. That's going to frustrate her. It's not a failed dive, though. Could be worse. Luna, 105B, 2.4. Outstanding. $50.4. And now Michaela Senkis. 305C, 2.8. Very well done. Wayne State, they see her come out of the water with a big smile. I think she realizes that was one of her better efforts. Okay, in order after 3 rounds, we're at the halfway mark. Luna, Michaela Senkis, Maddie, Meredith, Olivia, Reagan, Daniela, and Michaela Starr. Olivia, 405C, 2.7. Judges will offer her 40.5 points. Time to see what Meredith's made of. 203B, 2.2. Madison Brinkman, our defending champion, also from St. Cloud State, since graduated. I would imagine she's paying close attention here to Meredith Machinsky. Oh, a lot to be proud of with that dive. Kicked a little bit out, but otherwise graceful as she goes into the water. She's up to 359 points. Michaela Starr, 305C, 2.8. It's very good. Didn't totally finish it. 29.4. Such little separates excellent from good in this particular competition. Daniela Reyes, 203B, 2.2. Awesome. Judges give her really good marks. So Daniela's up to 338 points. Now Reagan, 305C, 2.8. Very good. And the Bearcat gets 50.4. All right, Maddie's got to respond here. See what she's made of after her last dive was certainly not what she had hoped for. And again, she's still in this. She's got 3 dives left, but Luna and Michaela Senkis seem to be right on their game. High DD should help. Big time. Great response from Maddie Kuistra. 57.4. That will definitely help. Luna Castellanos, 305C, 2.8. Entered this round leading this competition by just a couple points over Michaela Senkis. Luna's going to get a good score there. 46.2. That puts her at 390.1 and certainly brings Maddie back into this thing. Maddie trails Luna now by 7 points. You can make that up for sure. 2 dives to go. Michaela Senkis, 405C, 2.7. Oh, that was really, really good. Michaela's not giving in. Judges give her a solid award. But Michaela has actually dropped back into third place. Luna, then Maddie, then Michaela. Meredith, Reagan, Olivia, Daniela, Michaela Starr. As Olivia starts round 5. Everybody with 2 dives left. 42 points, gets her to 385 and change. Meredith, 303B, 2.3. I really don't know how you could possibly do that dive any better. Yeah, that's darn good. 47.15 there for Meredith. Okay, Michaela Starr, 52-51C, 2.5. Half a twist is really hard to do. It's hard to contort your body in a way that you don't twist more than just halfway around. 45 points. Good work there for Michaela Starr. Okay, Daniela, 303B, 2.3. Good work. Reagan, 52-33D, 2.4. Nice. Total award of 48. Okay, Maddie made up some significant ground after a subpar 3rd round dive with a great 4th round dive. She's 7 points behind Luna in 2nd place here. Low DD, so she's got to nail it. Oh, she does. Beautiful. 47.25. Judge 6 said it was the best dive of the day with a score of 8 there. Haven't seen an 8 from anybody prior to that. Luna. Also very, very good. She gets 44.1. Michaela Senkis. Final dive in round 5. Needs a big one here to get back toward the top. That's going to put her back in the conversation. 427.9 is her new total award. So, as we go into the final round of diving, Luna at 434.2. That's just 3.9 ahead of Madison. Michaela Senkis at 427.9, about 2.5 points behind Maddie. Those are the top 3 spots, and right now, realistically, the only 3 that probably will vie for a national championship. Meredith, Reagan, Olivia, Daniela, and Michaela Starr in that order the rest of the way. Olivia finals 429 even. Final dive for Meredith. Meredith trying to go out strong. And she absolutely does. St. Cloud State, a ton to be proud of here. Meredith Machinsky, 37.8. She'll close with 443.95 as her total award. Meredith is an All-American. St. Cloud very proud of her. Michaela Starr, 107C, 2.8. Good work. $42 points. Daniela Reyes, 52.31D, 2.0. Well done. Low DD, so it'll be a lower score, but she executed it nicely. The judges acknowledge that. 419.55 for Daniela. Reagan, 105B, 2.4. How high can she get up the board here? Well, she's given it her best effort to close it out. Her best dive, 50.4, including Judge 5, says it's an 8. Great job by Reagan. She'll finish no worse than 4th. Maddie sitting on 430.3. She's in second place entering this final round. 52.33D, 2.4. That's a great effort for the young Laker. 45.6. She puts up 475.9 as the score to beat. Just 2 dives left. Luna entered this round in first place. She won the 56th individual NCAA championship in the history of the Golden Eagle women's swimming and diving program on the 1-meter board 2 days ago. On the precipice of also winning 3-meter. It's brilliant. Clarion thinks they've done it. 484.6. Luna just has to survive one more dive from Michaela Senkis. It's possible Michaela would need a monster score here. She sits on 427.9. 52.35D, 2.8. Needs at least 56.7. Oh, Sankis is closed with an absolute beauty. What's her final award? 51.8. Sankis with a great score, but it's not enough to overtake Luna Castellanos. For the second time in 3 days, Luna Castellanos is a national champion. Michaela Sankis in second place, and Grand Valley State sophomore Maddie Kuistra finishes in third. Congratulations to the Clarion Golden Eagles. 2 national championships this week for Luna Castellanos. All right, it's time to turn our attention to the women's 200-yard freestyle relay. Three-heat final. As the young ladies make their way out, Luna continues to celebrate with her teammates and coaching staff back there.
Lane 4, Minnesota State Mankato. Lane 5, Cal State East Bay. Lane 6, Northern Michigan. Lane 7, Florida Tech. Madam Referee.
Colorado School of Mines in lane 1, Wayne State in lane 2, West Florida in 3, Mankato in 4, CSU East Bay in lane 5, Northern Michigan in lane 6, Florida Tech in lane 7. Amelia Jadrika swimming just fine up there in lane 1. Lane 6 right now, it's Michaela Nelson hanging tough. CSU East Bay with Brooklyn Dressel. Jordan Tierney, Hannah Grurecki, Amy Patterson, Elise Mishmash, Delaney Carlson, Becca Burrows, and Harper Powell all in the pool here for the second leg, the 200-yard freestyle relay. Good swimming in lane 5 from CSU East Bay. Emma Knott jumps in the water there. They're in first place out front of West Florida and NMU. Kerrigan Hemp, Evie Dice, Brooke Dorr, Brooke Shell, Emma Knott, Pilar Perello, and Deborah Xavier. CSU East Bay continues to try to put up the time to beat. One more leg, Megan Slowey, Sabine Branford, Morgan Desprace, Abby Gronholz, Olivia Parham, Olivia Hayer, and Shaylin Ruta. Colorado School of Mines, the only one that did not have a qualifying time, and they're struggling a little bit up in lane 1. Right down to the finish, NMU with a great closing stretch, 22.98 the final split for Olivia Hayer, the freshman anchor. Northern Michigan goes 133.25. They love it. Congratulations to Northern Michigan. Good swim. CSU East Bay right there too, 133.58. That's awesome. I don't think Hayer realized that they put up the best mark. That was incredible. Oh, that look on her face was just priceless for her. Oh, man. All right. As the relays always are at the national championships, if you put up the fastest time, no matter when you swim it, you can win. And we did see yesterday that in the men's relay we had last night in Heat 1, we did have an All-American swim from Wayne State in the 400 medley relay. They had a great swim. So you never know, 133.25, maybe that'll be enough to get him on the podium. Grand Valley State, Findlay, Henderson State, Augustana, Lynn, Carson Newman, Nova Southeastern, and St. Leo ready to jump in the pool here in Heat 2.
Lane 5, Lynn. Lane 6, Carson Newman. Lane 7, Nova Southeastern.
All right. Last year, Queens beat Westchester to win this national championship. Westchester just barely got in the third timed final. Nova Southeastern, whose women's team has been awesome, they're in lane 7 here. Rebecca Farber, Troy Groobs, Isabel Andrews, Bryn Greenwalt, Laura DeConnick, Kennedy King, Molly Morfelt, and Isabel Sering. 200 freestyle relays, one of the more fun relay races that you can have. Down and back as fast as you can 4 times. So far, so good. Middle of the pool, Augustana and Lynn, each within 1/10 of a second of each other. Alyssa Wager, Emily Mears-Bentley, Emily Chen, Cameron Robarge, Helga Fodor, Natalia Amano, Savannah Best, and Elsie Bielskut. Lane 5 looks strong. Lynn swimming well with Fodor well out front of Augustana in 4. Christina Winter, Macy May, Mackenzie Kester, Makoa Montgomery, Olivia Flack, Lily Parr, Solana Capabalo, and Alex Enras Maroof from top to bottom in your pool. Grand Valley State hanging tough up there in 1. Right now everybody's trying to chase down Lynn. 133.25 from Northern Michigan, the time to beat as we go into the second final. Final leg here, Lucy Headley, Sydney Jones, Kiara Pazvai, Misha Montgomery, Matilde Bartolini, a national champion for Carson Newman, Manon Compagner, May Lowy, a national champ for Nova Southeastern, and Romaine Kayla for St. Leo. Things have really tightened up here in the middle of the pool. Boy, this is going to be a tight finish. It looks like Carson Newman is in good shape, and Manon Compagner with a 22.67 brings Carson Newman from middle of the pack at best to the best time posted, 133.04. Just announced that the heat is official. Kennedy King, Natalia Amano, Lily Parr, and Manon Compagner, 133.04. For what it's worth, Northern Michigan still has the second best overall time here. 2/100ths faster than Augustana there. So we'll see if Carson Newman can find their way onto the podium. But for now, we go to the heavy hitters. Top qualifying time in the country belongs to UIndy. And gosh, is this a good time. 1:30.86. They've got some really good swimmers, including Joanna Baez, a national champion who will lead things off. McKendree and Drury and Tampa all certainly capable of beating UIndy. Last year, UIndy finished 7th. Let's meet our swimmers.
Ooh, Delta State. In lane 3, Drury. In lane 4, Indy. In lane 5, McKendree. In lane 6, Tampa. Lane 7, Colorado Mesa. And in lane 8, Westchester. Madam Referee.
It's all about the revenge tour for UIndy. They won the national title in this event 2 years ago with Joanna Baez and Leticia Vaselli on this team. This year they'll swim with Julia Majorowska and Andrea Paski. Can the Greyhounds bring home a title? Kelsey Monroe for Wingate in 1, Daniela Solko for the Statesmen in 2, Katarzyna Rogowaska for Drury in 3, Baez is in 4 for Indy, Carly Sonnenberg for McKendree in 5, Tilda Morin for Tampa in 6, Ruby Bataille of Mesa in 7, Michaela Nines for Westchester in 8, hanging in there. Joanna Baez unexpectedly leading off this race, and she performs well. Natalia Dwock for Wingate in 1, Jordan Cloth in 2, Josephine Bushel in 3, swimming really well. Majorowska in 4 has the lead for UIndy. Novias Lima in 5, Van de Wheelie in 6, Powers and Kill, bottom of the pool. Majorowska and the Greyhounds out front. They're halfway home and they're at 45-14. Good job there for Majorowska. Wenhold, Cloth, Fauci, Paski, Katchkin, Freese, Anderson, and Hemingway. UIndy is boogieing. Boy, the Greyhounds look really good in lane 4. They're a full body length out in front of the rest of the pool. Here comes the senior Leticia Vaselli. UIndy the favorites with Andrews, Fant, Moore, Rump, Vierhoff, Quinnell, and Trumbull all trying to run them down. UIndy, can they swim a record time? We'll find out. It's 1:30.05. That's the record. UIndy thinks they've got it. The Greyhounds are going to win the national championship, and they just miss record time. 1:30.58. Colorado Mesa finishes second in that heat with a 1:32.12. Wingate, a third place finish. The announcement comes that the heat is official. Joanna Baez, Julia Majorowska, Andrea Paski, and Leticia Vaselli, your national champions in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Let's go down to our diving results real quick before we get rolling with the men's relay races.
Pacific, 13th, Anna Vogt, Clarion. In 12th, Alexis Lumage, Indianapolis. 11th, Michelle Mejia, West Florida. 10th, Kyra Apodaca, Colorado Mesa. And in 9th place, Alexa Gonsi from Clarion. And now, here are your top 8 All-American finalists for women's 3-meter diving. In 8th place, representing the University of Indianapolis, Michaela Starr. Placing 7th, representing the University of West Florida, Daniela Reyes. Your 6th place finisher, also from the University of West Florida, Olivia Nelson. Your 5th place finisher, from St. Cloud State University, Meredith Machinsky. Finishing 4th this evening, from McKendree University, Reagan Gubera. Your bronze medalist from Grand Valley State University, Madison Quistra. Your national runner-up from Wayne State University, Michaela Senkus. And your 2023 women's 3-meter champion, sweeping both 1 and 3-meter diving events from Clarion University, Luna Bejarano. Let's send it down to the pool deck for the interview with the champion with Dan Johnson.
Luna, congratulations on winning again. The 3-meter today, 1-meter a couple days ago. Which one was more fun to win?
Well, personally, I like 1 meter more.
And why is that?
I don't know. I just have more fun in it.
I was looking at your dive sheet. It was really, really consistent all the way through today. Tell us about the last 6 dives and what did you want to accomplish?
I just wanted to be consistent. I was very nervous, but I just trust my coach, and he was like, just trust yourself, so I tried to.
And you started out the first dive with your 405, the big DD, and you nailed it, and so a nice big 50-pointer. Did that calm the nerves after that?
Not really.
All right, are we diving tower tomorrow?
No, sir.
Well, congratulations on winning 1 and 3-meter. Great job as a freshman. You and Michaela will be battling for a couple more years.
We will, for sure.
Congratulations, great job.
Thank you.
Janos, a couple of national championship interviews this week. I loved how vulnerable she was in that interview, willing to say, I was a little nervous, but had to trust my coaches, and obviously it all came out as well as it could have. Very cool. All right, 3 more timed finals in the men's 200 freestyle relay with Carson Newman, Grand Valley, and Saginaw Valley all competing here in the opening final. We'll see how this first final treats us. The all-time Division II national record was set in 2021 by the Drury Panthers and included Cameron Glass swimming second, who has certainly been a big part of this year's national championship chase. That group swam it in 1:16.90. $1:16.90 would be seriously fast considering what we have seen so far tonight and so far this year. But you never know. Top seeded U-Indies at 1:18.13. They'll be in Heat 3. Ridge McKay, Matthew Bosch, and Alejandro Robles Ruiz. Lanes 3, 4, and 5 in that order. Carson Newman got a really good swim on the ladies' side. It was a good effort from McKay. And by a smidge, he gets to the wall first. Wander Sousa, Kyle Raske, and Eric Slabber now in the pool. Sousa kicking like crazy up there in lane 2. He comes out of the water first. Raske able to catch up to him a bit. And Grand Valley State takes over first place. Arthur Gluzman, Evan Scotto de Veta, and Almos Zledlak. Carson Newman and Grand Valley neck and neck. At the moment, it's the Eagles out in front of the Lakers as we go into the final stretch. Hobson Stelling, Roger Moret-Sala, and Logan Fox. We'll see what Logan Fox can do for Saginaw Valley in the back of this race. Roger Moretz-Salas had a great week, but he's not going to catch up to Hobson Stelling. Carson Newman to the wall first. 1:19.48 the time to beat. That's their fastest time this season. Also, Grand Valley State put together its best result of the year, and by 9/100ths, same story for Saginaw Valley. So 3 good swims by their own admission. I think I just heard a hi, Mom. Trying to orient himself and figure out, where's the camera? It's right up here. All right, Heat 2, Missouri St. Louis, Colorado Mesa, Tampa, Nova Southeastern, Florida Southern, Northern Michigan, Wingate, and Westchester. Down to the announcements.
In lane 1, University of Missouri St. Louis. In lane 2, Colorado Mesa. Lane 3, Tampa. Lane 4, Nova Southeastern. Lane 5, Florida Southern. Lane 6, Northern Michigan. Lane 7, Wingate. And in lane 8, Westchester. Madam Referee.
$1:19.48, the time to beat, posted by Carson Newman. John Osa, Mohamed El-Kadi, Tristan Tybor, Umberto Marcic, Mateo Zampisi, Leo Knowles, Vyacheslav Onov, and Devin Metzger, top to bottom in the pool. Good work there from UMSL. Florida Southern with Zampisi, who's had a great week. Good swim. They're first to the wall, 19:56. Austin Stevenson, Jakub Kiszczak, Santiago Aguilera, Mateus Ribeiro, Kyle Mikolaev, William LeCount, Jonathan Carlson, and Logan Brockway. Florida Southern right now is really looking strong. Zampisi and Mikolaev doing their job well. Aiden Clark, Felipe Diorsi, Caleb Brandon, Thomas Flower, national champ, Brandon Wilson, Roberto Camara, Ney Chagasfilo, and Dalton Fink. Florida Southern right now is turning in far more a race to the clock than it is to their competition. David Reynolds, Lane Austin, Patrick Fry, Stephen Amable, Cameron Ly-Harris, Ben Stolberg, Marcel Snitko, and Nolan Benner, top to bottom. Florida Southern in lane 5 is on cruise control. Could they put together an All-American swim? Florida Southern, new time to beat, 1:18.55. Second place in that heat goes to Wingate, then Tampa and Nova Southeastern. That is a full second and a half faster than Florida Southern's best relay time this year. However, the grumbling in the crowd has begun because we just heard that the heat is now officially under review. So we think 1:18.55 is the time to beat. Got to be careful not to take off early. That's one of the big challenges. After saying that the heat's under review, they're trying to page some of the other ladies' teams to get to the awards area. And several of those same schools are waiting on the deck, including Colorado Mesa and Tampa, going, what do you mean? Do we get DQ'd? Playing with their emotions. So we wait a little longer. Just one more race left in the evening. We don't yet have an official announcement. And so we move to Heat 3, where Drury, Findlay, Henderson State, Indy, McKendree, Oklahoma Christian, St. Cloud State, and Wayne State will all compete for the title. Wouldn't surprise me if Henderson State goes out fastest halfway through the race, because Jack Armstrong leads off, and then Lamar Taylor swims second, and those two guys went 1-2 in the 50 freestyle. But it's Indy that has the fastest time this year in lane 4.
In lane 3, Henderson State. In lane 4, Indy. In lane 5, McKendree. In lane 6, Oklahoma Christian. Lane 7, St. Cloud State. And in lane 8, Wayne State. Madam Referee.
Queens won this championship last year in 1:17:20, just a little slower than Drury 2 years ago, who broke the national record, 1:16:90. Cam Glass was on that all-time record team. He is swimming leadoff in lane 1 for the Panthers. Expect lane 3 to get off to a fast start. Cam Glass, Camilo Marugo Montano, Jack Armstrong, Jaron Thompson, Greg Lashinsky, Brandon Heredia, Abe Townley, and Lucas Svetko. These guys are so fast, they swim violently. Look at the way Armstrong went into the pool. Incredible. Actually, they flipped it. Taylor went first, then Armstrong's in now. Oscar Sawicki, Tim Stallings, Diego Mas, Mario Perez Torrado, JT Amrine, Raph Hendricks, and Stuart Nowinski. Jack Armstrong swimming the second leg. They flipped that. Henderson State is in the lead halfway home. Dominic Karacic, Zain Kawas, Jace Pinkney, Joao Silva, Ali Reza Yavari, Derek Montgomery, Emil Dost, and Michael Wolsick. Look at the Reddies trying to hang in there in 3. Indianapolis with Joao Silva swimming like crazy in 4. Now it's Aiden Scott, Christopher Bregis, Tim Holt, Akil Joseph, Caleb Law, Felix Burling, Mason Beck, and Trevor Jones. This is a race between lanes 3, 4, and 5. Indy, fastest time this year, 1:18:13. No one's going to catch him. Indy to the wall first. Our national title, 1:17:19. Great push by McKendree, who swam the fastest split on the back of the race, tightened it up. But McKendree takes silver, Henderson State in 3rd. The University of Indianapolis has the fastest 200 freestyle relay teams in the country for the men and the women. And it's now official. Heat 3 locked in. Indy wins it all. Well, Indianapolis and McKendree, before we go back down to the podium, they both swam their season best times at the Great Lakes Valley Conference meet. And UIndy beat McKendree by just 0.3 of a second there. So to see this race come down to the wire again was not a huge surprise, but UIndy holds off and wins a national title, the 200 free relay. Good day for the Greyhounds, who also got that individual title from Katie McCoy in the 100 back. The UIndy men continue to perform well. And they will be in position tomorrow to seriously compete for a national championship. Indy should have the lead after the end of the day. We'll confirm that in a bit. In the meantime, down to our podium presentation to recognize the UIndy ladies and the rest of the All-Americans, the 200 free relay.
In 8th place, with a time of 1:32.96, Westchester. In 7th place, with a time of 1:32.77, Tampa. In 6th place, with a time of 1:32.74, Delta State. In 5th place, with a time of 1:32.63, McKendree. In 4th place, with a time of 1:32.49, Drury. In 3rd place, with a time of 1:32.28, Wingate. Your 2023 national runner-up, with a time of 1:32.12, Colorado Mesa. And your 2023 national champions in the women's 200-yard freestyle relay, Joanna Vise, Julia Margaroska, Andrea Pasky, and Leticia Vaselli with a 1:30.58 Indy.
Ladies, there was no doubt who was going to win that relay right from the start. Yana, beautiful start, first leg, getting it off. And if you take a look at these splits, 22-4, 22-7, 22-9, 22-5, what a consistent relay. What does this relay mean to you guys?
I mean, it just kind of shows us that no matter what, we're a team and we're always there for each other. And this is the third year we've been trying to keep this tradition that this relay is ours.
It is 3 years. What a run. Tell us a little bit more. How does it feel again to get this victory out for you, Yana?
Well, this was my last 50 free race ever in yards, so it means the world to me that I got to do it with these girls and finish in first place. I couldn't have asked for more than that.
And then you get to see the men win it too. How about that for Indy to take care of it? Tell me about some of your thoughts going through that 50.
What? Sorry?
How did that 50 feel?
Amazing. It feels amazing.
It felt really good. I did my best time, so I'm really happy I could swim in.
Congratulations, Ray. Really fast. Great job. Great relay exchanges. Congratulations.
Men's 200-yard freestyle relay. Heat 1, lane 3, Carson Newman disqualified for early takeoff. Men's 200-yard freestyle relay. Heat 2, Wingate disqualified for early takeoff. We need to have Wayne State, St. Cloud State, Drury, Oklahoma Christian, Florida Southern, Henderson State, McKendree, and Indy to the awards-ready area now. Your results of men's 200-yard freestyle relay. In 16th place with a time of 1:21.25, Northern Michigan. In 15th place with a time of 1:21.05, University of Missouri St. Louis. In 14th place with a time of 1:20.69, Colorado Mesa. In 13th place with a time of 1:20.52, Saginaw Valley. In 12th place with a time of 1:20.24, Nova Southeastern. In 11th place with a time of 1:20.11, Tampa. In 10th place with a time of 1:19.